the big redhead. In 1977, Bill Walton led the Portland Trail Blazers to their only NBA championship. Walton could do it all: score, rebound, and pass. But injury hastened Walton's departure, and it will be 13 years before Portland returned to the finals. In the 90s, the Blazer team is the sum of its parts. Drexler, Porter, Duckworth, and Kersey fought their way to last season's finals. And in 1991, Portland sports the NBA's best record. Today, they encounter the mystique of the Boston Garden, where Celtic youth has invigorated Larry Bird and company for another championship campaign. It's the Celtics and the Blazers in a meeting of the best records from the East and the West, next on NBC.
Ready to rotate up. You ready to rotate up?
Michael at the foul line. A shot on the air. Scores! The Bulls win!
This is the NBA on NBC. Today, it's the Portland Trail Blazers versus the Boston Celtics.
Welcome Steve Jaffe and Jim Kinsey as Parrish on the opening tip with Kersey. The 2 straight wins. Celtics came out flat, and they heard it from Chris Ford. Oh, what a pass. And Parrish able to put it down. It has replaced Ryan Shaw. Bird for Parrish. Recovered by Brown. 5 shot attempts. Here come the Trailblazers. Celtics able to get back. Drexler on the follow. And it's 18-12 Portland. Larry Bird over the years has had his difficulties against Buck Williams. Lewis, yes. 18-14.
Parrish, he may be playing his best basketball this season.
Game tied at 18. A wild shot by Kersey off. Here's Bird. And the foul is called. His return a surprise even to coach Chris Ford.
It's surprising that he played 16 minutes as Drexler. This is the drive to the basket.
Last season as a member of the Sacramento Kings, I asked him about it before the game. He said the game here he'd like to forget about. McHale hits and the foul. Point land against the Philadelphia 76ers. Able to convert here. Bird fires. Yes. King performance here in Boston. Last year, Ainge said he'd like to forget about that one. Hits one right here, although Ainge had of the first quarter. McHale from deep. And time runs out. On hand, close to 15,000. Drexler again from deep. That is his second field goal, but he will time. Played well on that recent West Coast trip as Bird was stripped by Drexler. Goes all the way. Spectacular end-to-end move by Clyde Drexler. Matchup is now Drexler on Bird. Here's McHale off the double team. Young came over to help out. No-look pass attempted by Bird. 3-on-2. Drexler again. Clyde Drexler. Now Jerome Kersey has checked in for the first time. A timeout being called. You see Clyde Drexler with the strip of Larry Bird. He has taken over the play here the last minute and a half. And now the fast break keyed by Robinson. Here's Drexler putting the move over McHale to hit. Timeout called. We'll be back in a moment.
When the people from Portland have the ability to get by them off the dribble, as Bird knocks out a jumper, result.
Boston by 1. Drexler posting up. Kersey. And the Blazers take a 51-50 lead. On a 5 on the 24. 4 pass. Aside from that, they've been perfect when they've had the lead at the half. Here's Bird going to the left hand.
He knew he'd find a way to break that little slump. Larry Bird taking advantage of the fact that the defensive guy is on the wrong side of him, behind him, just kind of steps under and uses that left.
5 on the 24. Bird. That's a three-pointer for Larry Bird.
Larry Bird, one of those players that when he's got it going, it just comes out of his hand. The release is perfect. You can tell when he's in a group. He felt good about that the second he let it go.
Worth making it to the All-Star team this year for the second time. Bird. Oh, he has caught fire.
The Celtics use a lot of double cuts off their post people. They'll send one guy off of Parrish, then they'll come right behind him with another guy. Larry Bird happens to be that second guy, and he loves winding up out here behind the three-point line. First, Lewis comes off. Bird says, hey, get out of there. I'm coming behind you. Here he is. There's my spot. Let me get it out of here quick.
And the Blazers look to run. Drexler challenging Bird. The tip by Kersey.
4 games.
Here's Parrish. And again, Drexler in the open floor going right at Bird. Gamble on the rebound. Lewis. Boston 66 and Portland 58.
Those missed layups, you say to yourself, well, they're just having a tough time right now, but that's the challenging of the shot. And there's the guy who tries to drive the stake through your heart.
Has hit his last 3 from downtown. Drexler, yes. And the Celtics now lead at 69-60. Nice feed as Porter set up Drexler.
Many times it's just that one spurt that can make the difference in the game. The Celtics went on that little run, but Portland has answered, kind of quieted the crowd again.
Parrish in traffic. Able to do it. Gamble for Gamble, that's his 4th.
Larry Bird knowing that's the time right now for me to try and drive this stake through their heart. Faces up, knocks out the 3.
Lewis stripped. 3-on-1. Porter for Drexler. Boston 71 and Portland 64. The Eastern Conference with Chicago losing last night to Indiana. Here's Bird. Yes. Oh, he's on fire. And that is the best record in the Western Conference. Drexler got the step and he was hacked.
Portland with the fast break, showing how they fill the lanes and their speed and quickness, outnumbering the sole defender, Larry Bird, back on defense. Bird says, wait a minute, I can't do this all by myself. I need some people back here to help out. Alone under the basket, Reggie keeps it alive, enables the Celtics to come back with it.
Bird again. Brown for Lewis. On the shot clock. McHale going to option number 5. Nice pass. And Jerome Kersey cuts it down. Now picked off by Robinson. Here's Drexler setting up Duckworth. Yes. That was a 3-point attempt. And here's Drexler putting the speed on. Oh, spectacular. Length of the court dash by the Clyde. Head to the 4th, and this one of the spectacular moves of the afternoon.
Drexler making sure it was a good shot on the way to leading the Trailblazers to 15 fast break points. I think that was the opposition, hoping the doctors would read the papers.
Bird able to get it back. And here's Brown. Yes. Way off. Drexler on the steal, feeding Porter. And Rick Adelman upset, as is Terry Porter, looking for the foul.
To the bad miss, kind of hides behind D. Brown, picks off the pass, and now Porter takes it right into Robert Parrish, who's really trying to move out of the way. Says, well, look, I didn't try to commit a foul.
At 88. Drexler. Easy penetration. Duckworth. Oh, no! Well, the Celtics don't think it should count. Looking for offensive interference, but to make the call, and he is screaming at Jim Kinsey.
Well, from that angle right there, it certainly looks like the ball is in the cylinder, and Drexler just goes up and slams it down through. Kevin Murray.
And Gamble, Brown, and Lewis in the backcourt. Dean Brown logging lots of playing time. Here's Gamble going to the left hand. That's only his second field goal. Steal. Drexler for Ames. What a play. Bird turned his head. He couldn't believe it. I don't think Chris with a sense of humor at this point. And Terry Porter has extended to a 6-point lead. Yes. Off the steal. Here's Drexler. And he's fouled. He was clobbered by Bird. A hard hit leveled by Larry Bird.
That's about the third or fourth time that Larry's been caught back at the defensive end, but it's the first time that he made sure they weren't going to get an easy score off of that basket. The intensity level picking up here. You can see the Trailblazers suddenly gain this extra burst of energy. Drexler head down, takes it strong. Bird says, you're not getting this one in the hoop. A team that forces a lot of turnovers. They rank 24th, 25th in the entire season. Deep round, knocking out the jumper.
With 18 points. Parrish putting the move on Duckworth. Yes. 102-97.
Draw out. Only one guy. D. Brown puts the pressure on.
Drexler. Well, that's one of those shots. Other poor shot. Clyde Drexler has 25. Bird from downtown.
Game clock before Ames got that one up.
Bird fouled. He was blocked by Robinson. Foul limit. Boston finally able to give the foul with 27 seconds to go. Portland with an 8-point lead, 27 seconds to go. In this fourth quarter, Clyde Drexler has not had a good shooting performance, but he was the spark in turning it around. Portland coming back from an 11-point deficit, and Clyde the Glide is today's Miller Genuine Draft Player of the Game. On behalf of Clyde Drexler, NBC, and Miller Genuine Draft will donate $1,000 to the Thurgood Marshall Scholarship Fund. 27 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists, 5 for 6 from the line. 20 seconds remaining, and the foul is given in wrestling fashion by Kevin McHale. One afternoon. Here's McHale, and that wraps it. Portland over Boston, 116-107.